Hey guys, my name is Leann and I am back for Flosstube video 111, which is crazy. First of all, I want to say welcome to all my new subscribers. I have had a ton of new subscribers since my last video. I have no idea why. If you heard about me from someone else, you can always feel free to tell me below. But thank you, welcome. I hope you kind of enjoy what you see. And for all my returning subscribers, it's always amazing to have you and welcome back. So it's been about a month and a half. Again, not intentional. I was originally trying to film every 2 weeks. But I just think at the stage of life that I'm in right now, it's not feasible. I can't. I'm trying to shoot for at least once a month, but we'll have to see. So school is starting for us on Tuesday. So if you were interested possibly in what we're doing for curriculum, I did post that on my other channel along with kind of my why, and I'll try to link that video below if you are interested in checking that out. So we start Tuesday. She is so excited and that does my heart good because she has a desire to learn. So we'll see how it goes. I originally had a long 3-day weekend, so it is Labor Day here in the States, but I also took Tuesday off because it's her first day and I kind of want to just be able to fully concentrate and let's get a feel of how that's going to actually go. If you hear a lot of background noise, I sincerely apologize. Everybody is home today and my house is noisy right now. I think that's something I've been struggling with lately, is just being way overstimulated to the point where I just feel like I'm gonna freak out. And I feel like that right now. So yes, school starts Tuesday. Labor Day, if I didn't say before, is this weekend. It is Monday. So, and then what else has happened? She got her hair cut. I'll try to insert a video of that. She got about 8 inches, maybe 8 to 10 inches cut off, and she's so excited. So this was her first like big haircut. She's had it trimmed. She's had scissor things fixed, but she's never had it like cut. And it's still pretty long. It's still considered long by most people's standards. It's just not halfway down her butt. So she's loving it. And then mom is going on Tuesday after school and I'm gonna go get my hair cut. Same girl. I'm so excited. Background story, I don't do my hair a lot. This is all 100% natural. I haven't had my hair cut in 3 or 4 years. I had post-COVID hair loss in 22. For those who don't know what that is, basically your hair falls out after having COVID, and it starts typically about 2 months after you've had it, which is when mine did, and then it lasts for about 2 months, which mine did too. So it was falling out so bad, like it was like 2 fistfuls of hair in the shower, to the point where I was so scared to take a shower because I knew more would fall out. And like I tried all these different shampoos and like all this stuff, but like I had actual bald spots on my scalp, to the point where I was gonna have my husband shave my head because my ponytail was like this big. I had before and after pictures and everyone was like, oh, you got your hair cut. No, that's just all of it from falling out. So I'm gonna get all the ends trimmed where it's just kind of like scraggly and stuff like that, because it's time. So it's gonna go shorter than I would like. I like my hair a little bit longer, but it'll look healthier. So I'm excited. Bella wants to go with me to the salon and I told her no, that mommy's going by herself. which she looked at me like I was an alien, because that girl she's my sidekick. She goes everywhere with me. Literally every single place I go, she goes with me. So, other than that, husband's been working his normal schedule. Work, I don't know what's happened, but work has been so insanely busy lately, like to the point where you can't get up to pee busy, and it's just been a lot. And I think that is actually like going with my like feeling of overwhelming. And Bella is regressed in her sleeping too. She's fighting to go down at night, and it's a kid thing. So it's just like everything all together is just like making me be like, Wah! So yeah. How are you? So there's not a lot of update stuff here. It's just kind of the same old, except for school starting. Hubby is working on our front door. We got our front door. It's taken on a lot of work. Granted, he does it around his schedule, but the people that painted our door, it was painted red before we moved in, and they did a horrible job. Like, tons of like gloppy paint at the top, and it was like they ran out of paint at the bottom, and we just it was never a priority until finally it was. I mean, we've lived here 11 years. So he took it down. It was an oil-based paint, so this sanding was a pain in his butt because it kept gelling, and he decided to do the back of the door too, because he said, if we're going to do it, let's just do it right. So he re-spray painted the back of the door white, and it looks phenomenal. And then the outside is primed, but he's hoping, because he's off today, he's back to work tomorrow, he's hoping to get it painted today, and we're going to have a black front door, and I'm so excited. So other than that, just life stuff, cleaning, cooking. I do need to figure out our groceries for the next 2 weeks. I grocery shop 2 weeks at a time. Hubby's birthday is tomorrow, so we're going to take pizza to him at work, but we're going to do his birthday like dinner type thing on Labor Day because he's home. So that's a lot of chit chat. I don't think I have anything else. If you're not interested in this, I will have time stamped beforehand where the stitching starts, just so you can watch that. So yeah, I have a lot of projects to talk about. So I have the last half of July to talk about and all of August. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 14 projects to talk about. So pull up a chair, grab some stitching, grab a drink, a snack, have it playing while you work, do the dishes, whatever. Let's get comfy. So, first project I want to talk about is Autumn Blessing by Shannon Christine Designs. I'm going to insert a picture of where this was. I did talk about it in the last video. And then I put in 892 stitches in it in July, and I finished it on July 19th, so I have a finish. And this is what it looks like. It said it was a finish. I didn't say it was ironed. I love this. I need to get a frame so I can frame it. I'm so excited. Where I'm going to put it, I'm not sure. Probably in this room somewhere. This used to be my craft room that we're in, and I have like a craft corner. You can see, compared to my last video, I reorganized. So my pieces, my project bags are over here now, and this is my sewing desk. So there's a closet. You can kind of see the door split right there behind this. And it was just, there was like 2 other things to move, and it's just easier to move one thing. So that's kind of why I reorganized it. But here is another finish. I love this. This was my New Year's new start in 2021. So, no, 2022. because I didn't get a lot of stitches on it because I was just getting over COVID in 2021. So there she is. So cute. I love it. I love Shanna Christine designs. All right. So next up was Mini Yield Kitchen. I'll insert a picture what the artwork looks like, as well as I did check before I started this video, and I have pictures for everything. So I'll insert of where this was. And I got 557 stitches put in on it. It is stitched on an 18 count Aida from Michaels. So I don't know what brand it is. 2/1 full cross. And this is where we are at now. So lots of 310 and just carrying stuff out. But this is at 8.85%, and it has a total of 6,527 stitches done. I love this piece. This is by Chiro Marchetti. I always want to say Marchetti because it says CH, and it makes me want to say the ch sound, but I believe if Google Translates is right, it's Marchetti. So that's where this one is right now. And this one is stitched with all the called for DMC. Most of my projects are. Some of them are now going to be converted to CXC, but. All right, next is my stocking, and this is filling the stocking. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by Donna Gelsinger. Let me take this off the hoop so you can see the full thing. If you are new, I love Donna Gelsinger's pieces. She is probably one of my favorite artists that Heaven and Earth Designs has. So this is July and August, and I spun it on my wheel, so everybody's doing a wheel now, but I've done it for quite a long time. All of my projects are on a wheel. I just spin the wheel, plug them in my planner, and then keep going until my wheel is blacked out, and then I reset it and keep going. That's how I work on everything. So this is where we were before we started it in July. I got a total of 454 stitches on it, not a ton, but we got our first page finish finally. So this is where it's at. I'm so excited. So this piece is currently at 13.92%, and it's had 8,084 stitches. So this is Santa. This is like the back of him starting. So you can really start to see that garland, the stone from the fireplace. I am working on page 2 over here, which is how wide the stocking is going to be. I don't think it ends there, but and then I'll go down. So I'm so excited, you guys. This is fabulous. There's so much confetti when you're stitching on this, but it's going to look fantastic. So that's where we're at. This piece comes out every month. Sometimes it only gets 1 day, maybe 2 days a month, but it's still progress. But that's why it's slower progress, because I started it in 2021, I believe. No judging. Need to move projects that we've already discussed. Next is a new start. So on the 25th, Rainey, who is Rainy Day Reads, and Alicia Adventures of Stitching wanted to start our Nativity. So Rainey and I are stitching Mini Nativity by Donna Gelsinger, and Alicia is stitching, I don't remember what that one is called. It's a different one by Donna Gelsinger. So we all wanted to start it on the 25th. There are a lot of people stitching this. I know Case from Jeep Girl Stitches is stitching it. I know that Angie from Angie Slowly Crafts is stitching on it, but normally when I see tons of people stitching on one particular project, I don't want to stitch on it anymore. This is the exception. I've always wanted to stitch this, and I finally am. So I started it on the 25th, and then I, ironically, because I put it into my wheel, it spun it for August for 5 days. So I've had a total of 923 stitches on this, and it is at 1.05%, and it's on a hoop because I didn't take it off yet. So this is where we're at. We're just in that top left corner. And for right now, I'm working this kind of, I believe it's 2 diagonals, and kind of just going cross country around those 2 diagonals. So that's where we're at right now. Lots of browns, grays, blues. I think it's supposed to be a palm tree. So this is stitched 1/1 on 22 count, which is my preferred now for full coverage. And this is done with DMC. If you watched my unboxing, this was the kit that I unboxed in a couple videos back. All right, next up, wood floor, sitting on wood floor, making my feet go numb. Okay, is my Prairie Life sampler, and this is by Heartstring Samplery, which looks like this. And I am cropping most of this out, and I'm gonna finish this border right under the words, so all of this won't be in my piece. I'm stitching this on an 18 count from a lady named Oksana. I think you can find her on eBay. I haven't been able to find her though. She used to sell in the Facebook, like Stash Unload, Stash Unloading. Her name was Oksana, and I love the fabric, but I am no longer on Facebook and haven't been in a couple years. So that's the only thing with getting rid of Facebook. You get rid of a lot of the drama, but like full coverage fanatics and a lot of these things, and people are like, oh, find the details on Facebook. Some of us don't have Facebook, so, and I'm not willing to get it back. Not happening. So I got 916 stitches on this actually. So here we are now. You guys, I'm so excited. I love this. It's getting closer and closer, which makes me excited. So I worked more on tree, some of this border. What else have I done? We got paw and his gun, and then I think that's the start of the baby that Ma is carrying. So Grace? Is it Grace? I think it's Grace. So this is where we're at. Very proud of my progress on that piece, and this fabric being like old parchment is perfect for it. So if you are curious, when I am talking about them, I typically try to give my pieces a 5-day rotation, and it just seems to work out well for me. So all right, we have 2, 4, 5 down and a bunch more to go. Next up is Mini C Opal. This is by Elizabeth Welker, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I got 647 stitches in on this, and it's at 6.21%, a total of 6,562 stitches now. So let me fold this. I don't know why I fold things weird when I put them away. But this is where we are now. So this is page 2 we are currently working on. And this is an 18 count 2/1 full cross. So lots and lots of blues. So much fun. They're beautiful to work on. Sometimes when you're working on it, you're like, well, like if you look, how does these bright blues tie into here? But they do, because when you step back, they're like here and stuff, and it works. So I guess to most of that, I just say trust the artwork, trust the pattern. because it ends up working out. So that is my mini C Opal. Every time I see these, because they look so much different showing you guys on camera versus like when you're just looking at them in person, it always makes me want to stitch more on them. But I guess that's the point because we love them. Okay, next is my Faces of Fairy. This is a black and white. It is by Heaven and Earth Designs, and its artwork is by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I forgot to take this one off of a hoop too. I'm notorious for forgetting to take things off hoops because I get the hoop like right where I want it, and then I just put it away. So, I did 335 stitches on this. It is at 1.03% and a total of 1,652 stitches. So this is where this one is. I'm just in the sky. This is what my stuff looks like half the time. So I'm in the sky right now. This is on a 22 count, 1/1 full cross. And I love it. All of my pieces are always stitched no, they're not always stitched 1/1. They're always stitched in full cross. I have yet to do tent. I don't know if my brain could comprehend tent, if I'm being 100% honest with you. All right, next we have another new start. This is, we had found it, and Angie and I were gonna stitch it with Mama Carmen. So Mama Carmen is here on Instagram or on YouTube under a different name, but she is on Instagram as Mama Carmen, and she is the most encouraging and lovely person ever. But we were going to stitch this with her for her birthday as a new start, and she wasn't able to start it with us, but she insisted on Angie and I starting it anyways because she wanted to see it. So we fought her on it. She won. So we started this on 7/11, which is the date that Angie picked for World Cross Stitch Day. So was it 7/11? Yeah, 7/11, because it came back up. No, it didn't. It comes back up. Y'all, I think, when was World Cross Stitch Day? It was in August, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was August. Yeah, it had to be August because so we started it on 8/11 for World Cross Stitch Day. Y'all, I filmed before, whatever. So, this is the pattern. This is Sea Villains. It is by Jerry, I think it's LaFaro. It is a Heaven and Earth Designs. I am stitching mine. I was originally going to do it on 22 count. My old fabric that I got from Amazon for the map that I was going to do that I'm not doing anymore. But the fabric was truly junk and I just pitched it. And I ended up having a 20 count that would work for this. So I just grabbed the 20 count out. And I am stitching it on 20 count, 1/1 with CXC floss. And a lot of people wanted to know my feedback on CXC floss, and my feedback is it's perfect. I can even stitch it 1/1 on 20 count and not have it be a problem. It is a little bit fluffier, thicker than DMC. The ends can be a little bit more frayy, but for the price point, it knocks it out of the park. Hands down, knocks it out of the park. So there's a big chance I will be kitting most of my projects up that are coming up with CXC floss. But I only got 2 days when I gave it as a new start. I got 277 stitches and I'm at 0.11%. So I'm in the top left corner and this is where I'm at. So the coverage is phenomenal on 20 count, 1/1 full cross with the CXC. It's kind of blowing it out a little bit. I guess I'll hold it back. So you can't really see, it's kind of blowing it out when I bring it in, but these are all like mint green colors almost. We're working on the ocean, so that's where I've gotten to. I've got a lot to go. It is on the list to come up though in September, this month. I think it gets 5 days, and I'm really excited. Zip. All right, next up I have Quaker Christmas. Y'all, I can't wait till this one is done because it's just hitting that point. I don't know if you know what, I still like the piece, but it's hitting that point. So this is Quaker Christmas by Bygone Stitches. I do have a picture of where it was last. Shocker, it's on a hoop. I got 538 stitches done on it, and I'm just gonna take it out of the hoop for you guys because, well, please, because the motif that I have a picture of is halfway under a hoop right now, so it would make sense to take it off. And here we are. Whoop. Right here. So we're on the last page. We're slowly getting there. This is where we were. So I finished this motif and started this one down here. So I think it looks great. Again, 18 count, 2 over 1 full cross. This one is stitched on Picture This Plus 18 count Heartland. Picture This Plus is almost too soft of a fabric for me. I don't like it rock hard, but I don't like it super soft. Stitched by Liz, which if you haven't watched her, I found her mid-year whip parade and now I'm going back and binging all her videos. She made it perfect. You need that just right fabric. Not too soft, not too hard. Like Goldilocks, just like she says. Next up is Turquoise. This is by Carolyn Manning Designs. Y'all, game changer. I have tried again to get it into Pattern Keeper. So I was using Markup XP. Not a big fan of Markup XP, not like Pattern Keeper. But I figured I would try one more time because I just had an update not too long ago and it worked. It worked and it's a game changer. I'm so excited. So I got 784 stitches in this and it is currently at 35.42% with 12,652 stitches, and this is where I am now. So I have officially hit the end on the top row of pages. This is how wide the entire piece is going to be. I'm so excited. Like I said, Pattern Keeper is a game changer. I'm not a big fan of Markup XP. That's just me. It doesn't seem to be able to search symbols as well. That's just me. So here we are. It's crooked on my hoop. It's not crooked in real life. So fun. Loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. And this is stitched on an 18 count 2 over 1 as well. Okay, so now I'm going to get into kind of projects I'm working on right now, beginning of September / end of whatever. So we'll talk about July. July, I was doing a daily 30, and my daily 30 was Halloween Night by Tilton Crafts. And I went back and kind of did the math for you guys. So I put in an extra 1,329 stitches since you guys had last seen it in July. It is at 29.65%, and I've done 37,798 stitches on this piece. I tried parking. I'm still on the fence how I feel about that. It's kind of easy, but these flosses are driving me crazy. So I have a feeling next time I pick it up, I'm going to work them in. So here we are. We have finished this page. We have finished this page. So we have 2 rows of pages finished now. And we started back up here. And I tried parking. We'll see. I'm still on the fence about it. But you can see if I move them, all the stuff that I've done. And I did hit the end of that page. So I went this way, and then I started using parking and coming in this way. So that's where we ended the end of July with. There we go. A lot more to go on this piece. This is my oldest. I started this in 2019. This one is stitched in 20 count, 2/1 full cross. I think it's really bulky in some areas. All right. The piece I'm currently working on for my 5-day, this bag is really, really crinkly. I don't know why. I want to get back to stitching and making my own project bags. I got to get more stuff. This is Building Dreams. I think it's by, oh my gosh, who is this by? Hold please. I'll tell you. That way I don't misspeak and tell you wrong. Kevin Daniel. The artwork is by Kevin Daniel. It is a Heaven and Earth Designs. I will show you where it was last. I wanted to do a motorcycle piece for my husband, and this is the one that he picked out. So it's gotten 3 days on it already. It gets today and it gets tomorrow, and then its rotation is done. But this piece is currently at 0.58%. I've done 1,519 stitches, so I've only done 387 stitches on it for this rotation so far. But this is where we are. Still working on this, but I am working on these 2, I think it's like a 20 stitch wide diagonal, and I'm working a lot on this right now. And this is on a 22 count 1/1 full cross. So I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. Yesterday I only put 46 stitches in on it though, because like I woke up with my husband yesterday morning after not having to wake up for almost 2 weeks, because he had a class last week that he had to go in, and then so he didn't have to wake up at 4:45, and then he had his days off. So yeah, it was a struggle, and by 9:30 last night I was 100% ready for bed. I didn't get much in last night. Hopefully today. Okay. So then I had a daily 30 for August, and I chose Cigar Box by Tilton Crafts. This is also for my husband. This is stitched 1/1 on 20 count with CX. I don't know if it's CXC, but it's mostly an off brand. I found it on Etsy. Looking at the quality now compared to CXC, I think it's the old version of CXC, because it frays a lot more on the ends than the stuff that I have now, but the coverage is still thicker, so it works on a 20 count. So my daily 30 lasted about just over halfway for August, and then it just got too much, and I had to look at my projects and nix something, because I was beating myself up that I couldn't do it every day, and the first thing to go was my daily 30. So I don't have a daily 30 on my agenda for September. If I do have one, I will have like a daily 30, a weekend daily 30, because I'm not putting that pressure on me during the week with work and school starting and stuff to try to put this in, because my first and foremost focus during the week will be Bella's school and my work. So anyways, long story short, I got 1,780 stitches in it so far in August, and then it's at 11.01% now with 12,305 stitches. Here's where we are. We did get a page finish, so I'm super stoked about that. And then we came down here. Somehow before I had done a line like before, so I just came down and started working on this page again. So I'm super excited that a page finish has happened on this year though. So many browns. But I actually really thoroughly enjoyed stitching on this. I'm really, really liking 1/1. And surprising if I can do it with CXC, I really like 1/1 on 20 count. I'm not gonna lie, I really truly do. All right, 2 more. All right, so we'll talk about this one next. This is Building Dreams by David Penfound. Not Building Dreams. This is Beginner TRex by David Penfound. It is my focus piece. I try to get 250 stitches on it in a day, every day. I have gotten a lot done since you guys last saw it. So this is where you guys last saw it. I finished the row of the first row of pages, and then I'm going to insert a picture because I just took it the other day. I got a second page finished, so I'm going to put it up here. I have officially gotten 6.5 pages done on this piece. It's sitting at 27.96%. 49,088 stitches have been completed on it. And then since you guys last saw it though, I added 7,657 stitches. So all that to say, it's on a hoop. I don't use Q snaps. It's on a hoop because I am actively working on it. I did finish it for today, but we are starting the next page. So you can see the line break for the page is like up here. So I'm working in, this is actually color 340. But here's a close-up. So you can kind of see this starting. That's the beginning, I think, of the Brachiosaurus's neck. So this piece should have the Brachiosaurus's head and then more of the T-Rex's mouth. So lots of color changes because there's a ton of color changes in here and in the teeth, but that's what gives it the detail. So we'll see. But this is where we're at. I used to do daily pictures on Instagram on this piece, but if you know me, I am not very great with Instagram. I'm good with posting stories. Sometimes I'm really great with scrolling, but I just don't post a ton. I don't know why. Okay, next was a restart ×3 for me. Yes, you 100% heard that correctly from a girl that doesn't restart things. So we're going to talk about my temperature tree, or my temperature pattern that I'm doing. I started it originally with the temperature that they had figured out, and then I just didn't like it. Number one, however it worked for our temperatures this year, there was so much purple, and I was 5,000,000% over purple. But then as you got like towards 60s, 70s in their temperature pattern, it was changing every 3 degrees, and that was too much. So I scrapped that. And I restarted it and did it changing every 10 degrees. And then I hated it because then there wasn't enough color changes and it was just blocks everywhere. So then I scrapped that. I don't have that to show you because my daughter took off with the fabric somewhere. So then I really sat down and tried to figure this out because I really wanted to do one to say I did one this year, but I was really struggling with the colors. So what I ended up doing is kind of pulling my own and just doing my own thing, and then doing them in 5-degree increments. So I have mine starting at 0 degrees. Hopefully we don't get that cold, but 0 degrees, and then it goes, the highest it goes to 96. So anything over 96 would be one color. We haven't hit over 96 yet this summer, and I don't think we're going to. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in the actual working order. So these are my colors. I kind of just have them here, so I'm loving this. 0 to 10 is Victorian Model Sampler Lace, which is the top one, and then churned butter. 11 degrees to 20 degrees is Victorian Model Samplers Eerie Fog, which is the top one, and then granite. 21 through 30 is May Lilacs, which is the top one, and then it's 1904 World's Fair. Those are by Victorian Motto. 31 through 40 is Color and Cotton, and it is Egyptian, which is the dark blue, and then Calypso, which is the lighter blue. 41 through 50 is going to be Color and Cotton's Enchanted, and then Gentle Arts Blue Spruce. 51 through 60 is DMC 699 and 701. My nose is itchy. Flosstube itchy nose. 61 through 70 is going to be Victoria Model Samplers Yellow, and then Gentle Arts Sunflower. 71 through 80 is going to be Victoria Model Samplers Wicked Orange, and then Color and Cotton's Flamingo. So those are those two. 81 through 90 is Dying for Cross Stitch, which is an unnamed pink, and then Victorian Model Samplers Flamingo Dancer. Flamenco. There's a N. Dancer. And then my last two colors, if we get there, 91 through 96 and up, will be Bryn and Nettles Gift of Gab, which was gifted to me by, oh my gosh, Vani. And then Classic Color Works Ribbon Red. So those are my darkest, my hottest. I'm really liking this. So I have finished January and I am working on February right now. And this is what it looks like now so far. I'm really, really enjoying this. So we have, you can see the different ones. You can even see there's a difference in these two. And then I've got a couple of my grays down here. So I'm enjoying it now. I truly am. And I'm thinking, because I want to get it caught up a little bit, I'm thinking about possibly doing this for a daily 30 on the weekends if I have time. So, will it change? I don't know. We'll have to see. All right, those are my pieces. Give me 1 second. Let me grab my haul. Okay, so first two things I have bought. Now I'm gonna get a little bit quiet because I know my daughter's up here and they're for her. So I found these Harry Potter bookmarks on Etsy and she is loving Harry Potter right now. So I got these and I would like to stitch them for her before Christmas. So I need to get going on those. And then I also found this, and it is all about Gryffindor. It's a quote for Gryffindor, which she thinks is hilarious because we found the official Harry Potter house sorter online, and we took it. She wanted me to take it and she took it, and she did place in Gryffindor house. I placed in Hufflepuff, so maybe I'll do the Hufflepuff one later, but so I really, really, truly want to stitch this for her. I would like to do at least the bookmarkers before Christmas. I'd ideally like to do 2, but her birthday is 2 months after Christmas, so that's the first 2 pieces I bought. I did buy some fabric. If you don't know, my absolute favorite dyer right now is Dyeing for Cross Stitch. I hands down love them. So I had bought, this is a 20 count because I have decided to restart my butterfly rose cross again. I had a big old come to Jesus with myself, and why the heck am I stitching all this background blue when I have 7 million other things I want to stitch, right? I'm not going to be stitching the background blue anymore. Then I decided I would like the blue. I wanted to keep the blue. So I found this online, and I got it in the color Simply Navy Light, and I got it in a 20 count, and then realized when I came in I did my math wrong. This won't fit. But isn't this stunning? So I already this is a fat quarter, but I already bought a fat half, and it's in with the project to be started. And I believe it's actually on my rotation for September. But now I have an extra piece. So I'm super excited. So now I have an extra piece, but I think the cross is going to look fabulous on here. And cut it down in time because I don't have to stitch all that blue now. And why? Why was I insisting on stitching it? I don't know. Because even Sarah, the Stitchin' Mommy, is also stitching it, but she's not stitching the background. Why was I trying to do it? So the other thing I bought from them, and I bought it, I bought a fat half of this, and it's the July Fabric of the Month, and it's not named. It literally says July Fabric of the Month. I love how they do Fabric of the Month. So you go on their website, it's discounted for one, and then you can see what it looks like on linen, even weave, and Aida, and then you just put your order in if you like it. If you don't like that color that month, then you don't get it. Anyone can get it too. You don't have to sign up. But I really liked this one. So beautiful. It's so big. But I thought the modeling was perfect, and you can do so much with it. So let me fold it in half. Beautiful. 2 fabrics I bought. Okay, now I can put those away. All right, and then I bought another Heaven and Earth Designs pattern. This is Farm Stand by Donna Gelsinger, and I'm obsessed. Obsessed. So much so I got Alicia Adventures of Stitching obsessed with it too. So I am going to do mine on this 20 count that I had originally ordered from Dying for Cross Stitch. It's large enough, and I'm going to do it 1/1, and this was their October Fabric of the Month, and it's going to be so nice. One, it's going to be covered, but it's going to be fabulous to stitch on. So I'm going to do it 1/1 on 20 count. I have all of my flosses sorted already. Here's my extra, because I have to bobbinate them. I ordered another order from AliExpress for the CXC. These are the CXC2 labels. This particular company that I got in touch with, actually Jordan, the tattooed stitcher, is the one who started using them and gave me their information. I got it from one of her videos. This guy is fabulous. He sends you an Excel spreadsheet, and you mark how many skeins of each color, because it's like he already has the numbers in, and you just have to edit it and put the number of skeins that you want, and then he sends you a custom bill and goes from there. So if I would have bought all the DMC for this project for Farm Stand, DMC wise would have been 100 and, oh my gosh, I can't remember what it was now, 150, 170, something like that for price point. 150 to 170. I paid $26, I think, 20, something like that, 23, 26, something for all this CXC floss. Fabulous. So this is the same stuff, the same seller I bought from with C Villains, and I'm really impressed with him. I will continue to order from him. I am thinking about putting in a full floss order from him. I haven't done it yet, but I really enjoy it. So I have them all in sandwich bags. I did sort it out the other day, and Now I just have to put them all together because I typically bobbinate my projects. Now that I work with one thread, it is a little bit of a pain, but I like because they don't get all tangled like they do on floss drops. So, is that it? I think that's it. I haven't bought anything else. Nope, that's a blatant lie. I just put an order in through 123 Stitch. So, I have ordered some more 939 that I need for Halloween night. I've ordered the couple colors that I need for Rose Cross because the colors were a little bit different between the no background and background one. I ordered my fabric, so I'm going to put a picture here. I had bought this advent calendar last year after watching Jamie, Crafty Gaming Jamie, stitch one, and I found this one and I really loved it, and I bought all the stuff for it, and I would like it finished by Christmas this year. So I'm gonna have to kind of break that up. Maybe I'll do that as my daily 30 instead. So I bought just a gray fabric to go with it, and then all the stuff, because I wanted originally to do it with a white sparkly opalescent, but it has a white border and it wouldn't show. So, and then the other stuff I ordered was some fabric and the floss I need. I am going to be stitching the His Name is Jesus pattern. Hold up. My dad, if for some reason you are watching this, I love you, but you need to go away. Okay? Bye. Go away. Mom, if you're watching this, make him go away if for some reason he's watching this, or watch it later when he's not with you. So my dad is actually, I grew up Catholic. My parents are still Catholic. And, oh my gosh, my nose. My dad is actually currently going through the program to become a deacon for the Catholic Church. So I think my mom said he's not going to be done for like 2 years, maybe 2-3 years, something like that. So I wanted to do something for him to give to him when he's done. And I saw the His Name is Jesus pattern, and I knew that this was it. Now, Stitch and Mommy has done this. A couple other people have done this as well. And I am going to do this. And Rainey and Alicia helped me pick the colors. My dad loves lime green. So I'm going to be doing it in 2 different shades. One is like a lighter lime green, and then we have one to add like definition, and then 413 DMC, because their living room has a lot of gray accents to tie it all in. So I'm excited to see how it works. And I'm excited because I don't have to go gung-ho on it, and I have time to work on this. So yes, I'm starting all the things. No, I don't really care, because these will all get done at some point in my life. Maybe when I retire, if I can still see, if I ever get to retire. And then is that it? That's the only thing else I bought. You guys want to see something amazing? So for Father's Day, I gave my husband was it Father's Day? Did I forget to show you guys in the last video? No, it wasn't Father's Day, it was my anniversary. So for our anniversary, I decided to give my husband his piece, his secret piece that I had been working on and that I have gotten framed. So I'm going to insert a picture of how it turned out. I'm less than stellar. I made it a little bit big thinking it would stretch more, but I can't wash the fabric because it's a coffee dye. I don't know. So he doesn't mind it, which is crazy because he's normally very precise, but he doesn't want me to order a new frame. So I'm going to put the video of him opening it now. speechless. The fact that I had done it. So, yeah, the frame that I chose with the help of my girls is perfect. It looks burnt, and it's perfect for a firefighter piece. So I went with American Frames. I love them. They're a fantastic company. I highly recommend them. And I can't believe it's done and framed up. So we need to, it's still not on my wall over a month later. It's been a little bit crazy here lately. So, but yeah, there you go. You have to see them get it. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I need to figure out my groceries for the next 2 weeks, which is going to be a pain in the butt because tomorrow's Monday is Labor Day. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Hopefully I will be back in a month, if not sooner. That is my plan. So I hope you guys are doing well, truly. So remember, your mental health is important, and to take time for yourself each and every day. That's something that I'm struggling with right now, just because there just doesn't seem to be enough hours in the day. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and go. So remember to be a light to the world around you, because the world needs it. I'll see you guys later.